tabia zako ziko chini, unapenda kulipa hongo na kutumia njia za uongo, una mipango na hata watoto wa kando, haujui hata majina yao. Kura yako uliuza maini figo, ukakulia hadi dini, kisha wasema tukuthamini, na wewe hapo hauaminiki, na wewe hapo haupangiki.
Wapi kidero when you need to slap somebody? Complain ufisadi kwani ulidhani t-shirt 50 bob leso siku ya campaign ilikuwa free? Ni 5 year loan investment utalipa kingia parliament. We are one, amani we are one. Na utumishi kwa wote, utu missing CCTV we were watching. Racial insecurity na job opportunity ni kama mti ya kibiriti. Side moja heavy, usiniambie Kenya kuna umaskini, kwani hizi fat fingers zinaibia nane? Maskando ina threaten our survival. Media define leadership, na sura ukiaka front page na improve readership. Ambia wase wa Twitter wa hashtag hii ama hash reality doesn't make a good TT. Commission of inquiry wanakula commission bila kutupa ukweli, ni kubaya. Baka kukiwa kuzuri unashindwa nini mbaya. Machozi ya perpetrator ineza dilute damu ya victim ilimwagika. After all is said and done, all will be said, nothing will be done. You're not my tribe, but you're my blood type. Like it doesn't have to take tragedy to know that.
Sheria.
Good evening. It's a beautiful Monday, and I'm here to make it even more beautiful for you. How was your day? How was the start of the week for you? Today has been a nice day for me. Let me start by saying that. It's been a beautiful day. I was able to do a few things, and here I am ready to get on this drive with you right here on Sheria Dive with me, Mr. James WaNjeri, where we talk law and discuss everything legal. Hey, I hope you had a beautiful day, and if you didn't, well, I hope the next 1 hour is going to change that. We have some lovely music coming up. And of course, our conversation today is on the small claims court. Kuna watu wanagomba madeni na wataki kulipa. That's just one of the things that we're going to be talking about today. How do you deal with these people who immediately you give them money, they forget that you had given them the money and that they need to pay it back? Small claims court is here. We're going to be talking about this court and how it can help make your life easier. But also, we'll be talking about some of the things you cannot take to the small claims court because it doesn't accept every single thing. You know what? I like you, so I'm curious to hear from you. How has your day been? We are live on YouTube, on our Power Radio channel. We are also live on Facebook and on Instagram. So if you'd like to put in your comment or your question, or you just unataka kutuma salamu kama watu wa Western, you can do that in the comment section. I'm going to be looking at that. But of course, you could also reach us on the socials at Power Radio, at James K. WaNjeri, as we have this lovely conversation ahead of us. But today, I think the shocker of the day has been that SHIF, which is supposed to equalize all of us, we've now been informed that the government plans to put in a plan to actually have you cushion civil servants from SHIF. And it's giving Moi, because Moi used to have this thing as well where he would finya everyone else in the country, and then the civil servants would be protected. And what then would happen is that the civil servants would be more loyal to the government rather than to the people. Okay? So why is this being done? Of course, This was also the second month where guys were getting that shift deduction and iliwauma. You know that thing, it hurts. It hurts you even to the bone marrow. Anyway, aluta continua. How are things where you are? How are you feeling? We lost a few Kenyans over this past week. Guys, we need to have a conversation about the depression levels in this country and the pain, mental health issues, and the rise of suicide as an alternative way of just abandoning all this. My encouragement to you is, I think, even when it feels very difficult and when it feels almost impossible, I think life always has more to offer. Even when you get to the end of your rope, there's always something more that life can offer. And I just wish that we could all just find the strength to look at the bright side of life and the possibilities that life gives us. Those who've left us, may they rest in peace. But you and I have a responsibility to make sure that the promise of this country is achieved and it is seen. Sawa sawa? Let's get some music, and then when we come back, we begin the journey, the deep dive into exactly what is a small claims court and how does that change your life as a Kenyan. Let's go.
Power Radio. Tune in and power up.
My angel in disguise, sent from heaven just to give my broken heart another chance. When ni malaika wangu, every single time you are away, my heart forgets just how to be. And maybe I should let you know, even if the earth should fly away, I'd find a way to you. Maybe I should let you know. Every single night I ask the Lord to keep you safe. For me, the moonlight in the dark, shining brighter than the brightest star will ever see. Malaika nakupenda, na kila saa you're far away, my heart forgets just how to be. And maybe I should let you know that even if the earth should fly away, I'd find a way. And maybe I should let you know, yeah. Every single night I ask the Lord to keep you safe for me. Maybe I should let you know that even if the earth should fly away, I'll find a way to you. This is epic sound.
Extra pressure, baby, when you wind and pause. You're killing the boy, of course. You're killing the boy, of course. You're killing the boy. Extra pressure, baby, when you wind and pause. You're killing the boy, of course. You're killing the boy, of course. You're killing the boy. I had to put my life on pause and follow you where you're going. And if I make you my business, I suffer no loss. Cause I'm in love and it's showing. No force can separate. Baby, no law, keep me away. I take you on tour. Pretty baby, I give you something to live for. my girl. Extra pressure, baby, when you wind and pause. You're killing the boy, of course. You're killing the boy, of course. You're killing the boy. Extra pressure, baby, when you wind and pause. You're killing the boy, of course. You're killing the boy, of course. You're killing the boy.
Bread and butter, smooth when you wine, every man them scatter. And as we wine, body move like chatter, reggae and ragga.
Slow down, baby, before you get my babies. You gon' make the man them go crazy. Akecha kucheka na mimi neza wako kose kuamini. You say you wanna bam bam with me. You say you wanna chop my money. You say you wanna call me daddy. Oh, I can be a sugar daddy, mama. I can put you on top. Put you in a song. Yeah, baby, chop and chop, don't stop. Cause you're the sauce on top, baby.
Extra pressure, baby, when you wind and pause. You're killing the boy, of course. You're killing the boy, of course. You're killing the boy. Extra pressure, baby, when you wind and pause. You're killing the boy, of course. You're killing the boy, of course. You're killing the boy.
Bread and butter, smooth when you wine, every man them scatter. And then we wine, body move like chatter, reggae and ragga. When you stutter, the girl them fine and the man them dapper. Living on my mind, when the one that matters. Party butter butter when you dagger ring dagger. With the booty flop, with the body water water.
Extra pressure, yo. Extra pressure, yeah.
Yes. Extra pressure. You're killing them boys. Fantastic song right there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today we're talking about the small claims court. What is a small claims court? But we're not assuming anything here. So we're going to start. What is a court? Okay? When we talk about a court, we're talking about a court of law. And this is basically a place where you go and there's someone who sits and listens to your dispute. So they listen to the two sides. And then based on the story presented and the evidence, they decide in favor of one as against the other. Okay? Now, part of the problem with the court system that we have in Kenya, and perhaps all over the world, is that some particular groups in our society are likely to be unable to access justice because, number one, you have high court fees. The court fees are so high, okay? Then there's a complexity of procedures. Procedures are very complex. You have to file this thing called this, do you what, affidavit, or get it stamped. Hey. Then there's a question of delays in determination of cases. Then, of course, if you want to find a lawyer, lawyers are not cheap. I mean, look at me, guys. Look at me. It's giving money. So lawyers don't come cheap. So how then do we address the question of people accessing justice, especially because majority of the people in Kenya, their disputes are over debts that do not even go beyond 1 million shillings. And so in 2016, we created what is known as the Small Claims Court Act 2016. Okay? The idea behind this is to ensure that we can enhance access to justice and also expeditious delivery of justice. Those two things. Number one, access, and two, speed. How can you get justice and how can you get justice quickly? All right? Now, the Small Claims Court in Kenya has what we call a limit, a jurisdictional limit, okay? Here, we bring cases that are civil and commercial. Civil, it could be based on a contract. It could be, based even on insurance, okay? Then commercial now, it's money issues, money problems, I gave you this money, you did not give it back. I did this work, you did not pay me for the work, all right? So you have civil and commercial disputes, but the value cannot exceed 1 million shillings. So if you take your matter to that Small Claims Court, you have to show the court that this the whatever amount you're fighting over is less than $1 million. But then you also say, if it is more than $1 million, you are ready to forfeit the amount above 1 million shillings. All right? And the idea basically here is to ensure that we create and prioritize basic and community level justice, basic justice. So the idea behind the small claims court is to ensure that as a society in Kenya, right, we can achieve more equality, we can reduce poverty, and we can ensure that there's social inclusion. And how do you achieve social inclusion? When you make sure that all persons have equal access to fair and timely justice. Now, let me start by saying there are certain cases that cannot go to the small claims court. Okay, number one, you cannot take an employment case to the employment court. To the small claims court. Why? Because there's a court that specifically deals with questions of employment. You cannot take a land matter to that court, because when you do that, it means that you are taking away the jurisdiction or the power of the Environment and Land Court, which deals with land matters. Number three, you cannot take your baby daddy, your baby mama to that court. It does not deal with children's issues because there is a specific court that handles those matters. You cannot also take questions of probate, questions of succession. Unapeleka kesi ya succession. Hii chaba tuliachiwa na mzee wetu. There is a court that specifically deals with that matter. Also, you cannot go there to say that your constitutional rights were violated. That is not the purpose of that court. So it's civil disputes and commercial disputes. Now, how then? Because remember, the idea was we reduce the technicalities and also we make it quick. So under the law, when you file this matter with the court, with the small claims court, they have to resolve it within a period of 3 months. So imagine unapeleka kesi kotini and within 3 months, that case is over. It's done. Okay? That is the idea. So let's start with what can this court handle? The court can handle civil claims that are related to contracts for the sale and supply of goods or services. All right? So if you've supplied goods or services and there's a contract, whether it is verbal or written, you can go to the small claims court. Number two, they can also deal with questions of money held and received. So hapa ndio stories za madeni zinaingia. Okay? This person has my money, they've refused to release it. Then there's also liability in questions of tort. Okay? And in tort, we are talking about where there was a duty of care and someone has violated that duty of care. All right? Then there's also questions, and I think let me give you an example of tort. For instance, you go to a swimming pool and you get injured at the pool. And one of the things that the pool owners are supposed to do is to ensure, for instance, that the place is well, the facilities are well maintained. So imagine you're there on the diving board. Unaenda kuruka hivi inavunjika. Kwa unakatika ama unakatwa. So that is a question in tort. And it means that the person who owed you a duty of care, they had a duty to take care of you. They failed. So you take them to the small claims court. Then there's also compensation for personal injuries, all right, where you are injured by a person, okay, and you go and the injury was to you. You can then go to the court and file a claim. Then there's also the questions of set-off, okay? You have a contract with someone, you both owe each other money, and then unasema, if I pay you and you pay me, your balance inabaki. That's the money that we need to talk about. Then there's also counterclaim. Someone comes and says, you owe me money. Counterclaim is you saying you also owe me money. So there are two matters there. But at the heart of it all is a question of contract. Okay? Except for those tort cases, you have a contract that is at the heart of the small claims court. So, umeuzia mtu gari amekataa kulipa pesa yote, small claims court. Umefanyia mtu kazi amekataa kulipa, small claims court. You've delivered something, someone has refused to pay, or you've paid and someone has refused to deliver, small claims court. Mara moja. All right? As we said as well, your claim cannot be more than 1 million shillings. And where it is more than 1 million shillings, then you have to say to the court, you can take the amount that is above the 1 million shillings, or you can set it aside. Now, what are the matters that cannot be brought? We've already spoken about this, but I also want to add to that defamation. If someone defames you, they say things about you and they are not true, you cannot go to the small claims court. Okay? Disputes over land titles, those ones cannot be brought before the small claims court. When we come back after this music break, we're going to be talking about the procedures. How has the small claims court made it easy for you and I, all right, for the average Kenyan to be able to approach the court without having a lot of complications and a lot of problems? That's what we're going to be talking about when we come back. But remember, I'm looking out for your comments and your questions on this matter of the small claims court. You can use our YouTube live chat function. Just give us your thoughts on that. But also you can reach us on the socials at Power Radio, at James K. WaNjeri. And we're going to be right here listening to that and attempting to just answer some of those questions and concerns that you probably have. Let's go.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
This is Hendrix Sound.
Misikatai, unanidai, akiwalahi, ninaogopa sitadinai. I want you to lie, ni vile I'm trying to find good love, baby, baby. I'll be the one for you. I'm trying to be the best version of myself. If you wait for me, I don't need nobody else. I'm trying to find good love, baby, maybe, and I'll be the one for you, baby, maybe, I'll be the one for you. I'll be the one for you. I'll be the one for you. Don't you take your love away. Take your love away. Don't you take your love away. I'll be the one for you. Don't you take your love away. Take your love away. Don't you take your love away. I'll be the one for you.
kam niko na visa, niko kwa simu na nasikia bashi meshika. Je, kuna madem, kuna maniga, maodine wamekuja kuchachisha. Ninajificha, sitaki picha, kubabae, sitaki vita. Nashikisha na mavela mabichwa, na tukishikwa jo mabel Mona Lisa. Tutoke BND, twende BNB, niko DND, usijam. I will be RB, I will be RB.
Mihadarati zishaanza kunidanganya hadi najishuku sana, zimelipu zimenichanganya napenda vitu si ufanya vile inafaa. Erobog na matin. Eyo naka. Erobog na matin. Abiro kikomando, kiritala jumi niko na mado, wenye vipindi na musonge kando, esima tu sama boso chopo, chololo, chololo. Nobody can party like we do. Omoke girumba ko kwarawe blues, kinena kalingi kipani ya sim. Meditation yaka bed ni soya design bololo, anebo che bololo. So please no, okadwa jo machendo oh bololo, anebo che bololo. So please no, okadwa jo machendo oh. Mihadarati zishaanza kunidanganya hadi najishuku sana, zimelipu zimenichanganya napenda vitu si ufanya.
Mihadarati zishaanza kunidanganya hadi najishuku sana, zimelimbu Maximus
Ognamatin.
Hey, and na
Kodong,
yeah.
Kodong.
BNB, niko DND.
Mutoto ya Pamela.
I'll be right back. Tell him I'll be woo.
Mtoto ya Pamela. Wewe ni mtoto wa nani? Sisi wote ni watoto wa Mungu. That is what matters. Ladies and gentlemen, talking about the small claims court. Unajua huyo mtu ako na deni yako? Yes. There is a place you can take them. And I have some good news for you actually. You see, one of the problems that people have with courts is that courts can be very intimidating places. Yeah? Unaingia hapo hata you can even lose your tongue. You're like, hey, how do I handle myself here? Well, I have good news for you. When it comes to the small claims court, it is actually built as a people-friendly court. Okay? People-centered. So the court tries not to complicate matters. There's no making things difficult. None of that. So for instance, when it comes to questions of procedure, while ordinarily you can have, in normal courts, you're told you have to do this and then this, you have to address the court like this. No. And of course, one of the beauties of small claims court is that you as a person can actually represent yourself in a matter. You can go to court by yourself. You don't even need a lawyer to go to court. And you just explain to the court what happened. And the court will hear you. If you want to ask the other person questions, you ask them questions. You see the way Vioja Mahakamani works, where a guy is asking other guy questions. Exactly like that. You don't even have to use court language. You don't even have to use English. You can use Kiswahili. Okay? So the court is very, very friendly. But the court also adopts what we call alternative dispute resolution, ADR. Okay? So the court can tell you, hii kesi inakaa mnaweza ongea mwelewane. Endeni muongee kidogo, mwone kama mtaelewana. Alright? If not, you come back. Now, we also have what we call representative claims. And the representative claims basically is where multiple people have a claim against the same person. Okay? Those multiple claims may be brought in the name of one person as a representative of all the other people. So, the representative is then authorized, okay, to act on behalf of the others. And then, whatever outcome is received, it also applies to the other people, okay? So maybe mligongwa wengi. Someone took your money and you're like 10 of you. One of you can actually go to the small claims court and claim, and then the court will say, if you are successful, this also applies to the other 9. All right. The court is also not bound by technicalities and procedures, nini. Even during the hearing, if you make reference to some evidence or some documents that are not before the court can say, okay, go and bring those documents and present them here. Normally, in a normal court case, that is not allowed. But in the small claims court, because the idea really is to just get to the bottom of the issues and to resolve that matter completely, then you are allowed to do that. Okay, so always remember, hata ukipata uko small claims and then you're like, oh, yaona hata kulikuwa na risiti but nilisahau kuweka. Atakwambia ni sawa, leta hiyo risiti na ulete tuiweke hapa. Of course, the other good news is you do not need to travel to that court and file there. No, you can do it electronically. So you just take your laptop, you take your phone, you go to the cyber, and then you log on to what we call the e-filing system. And when you go to that e-filing system, you input all the details, okay? They bring you on the case. You can file a case or you can even respond to the case there on the e-filing system. Then, the system is good because the day your matter is coming, the court will actually send you a text and tell you, hey, so tell unaitwa Flora. Hey, Flora, your case is coming on Thursday, the 17th. Courts start at 9 normally. Some courts will start at 8, but those who start at 8 will give you a notice. Then they give you a link. So mostly courts we attend through Microsoft Teams. So once you get that link, you attend the court, unangoja kesi yako ifikiwe, ikisomwa, then unajitetea, unaanza kuongea hapo. Tuko pamoja? Tuko pamoja. Now, what happens when the court matter ends is something is issued and that is called a decree. It's an order of the court, okay? So the court, for instance, inaweza sema, we order you to pay this person 500,000, okay? Or if you had taken someone's property, the court can say, return that property. Okay? Or if you had not paid some money in a contract, the court says, pay that money. That order you get is called a decree. Okay? So, that decree, you can use it to go and attach someone's property. Okay? Unaweza enda uchukue property ya mtu kama kona deni yako. Unaweza enda uattach salary. Unaenda kwa employer, unasema, this person owes me X amount. I want you to be deducting that money from their salary until the payment in full. Okay? Or you go and say, this person owns this thing and I'm taking that thing so that they can clear my balance or whatever they owe me. So that is allowed. Now, what happens when you lose in that small claims court? If you lose at the small claims court, do not despair because the law allows you to initiate an appeal to the High Court. Okay? So how do you put in the appeal? You prepare what we call the memorandum of appeal. And basically, memorandum of appeal is a document that says, this is the reason why I'm appealing. And you put down your grounds. You say this reason, this reason, this reason, and therefore, I want the court to come to my aid. Tuko pamoja? And when the High Court reviews your appeal, if it finds in your favor, then your case inaekwa kando. If it doesn't find in your favor, then whatever the small claims court had said, you have to go ahead and do it. When we come back, I'm going to be telling you how many places we have this small claims court in Kenya so that you see, is there a court near me? Okay. And can I actually go to that court and use it? Also, how do I decide which small claims court to go? Can I be in Nairobi and I'm filing for a small claims court in Machakos? I'll be giving you details on that when we come back. But before I go for the break, MCNN. Who are you, MCNN? My MCNN says, I asked you guys at the start, how are you doing? How was your day? Says, my day was great. That's fantastic. And DJ CJ Kenya says, I am tuned in. Asanteni sana. And let's get some music and then when we come back, how do you decide which court to go to? That's a burning question.
Cool boy. Now call me Flick Boss. I know you like me, I know you feel me. I know you want a life around me. I know you love me, and I love you too, baby. I know you like me, I know you feel me. So let me put a ring on your finger. I know you love me, and I love you too, baby. Mr. Prevent, bang, I'm loving your outing. Janjana kita, kigingi simga. God just know that it's nothing. That I am a pains in the trusting woman, woman, woman. She be my woman, woman, woman. But I'm still coming, sing along my name, baby, yeah. True love do exist, and that's what I'm getting from my queen. And I know they gonna say story, this time we're gonna make them free. I say bang, bang, I'm loving your outing. Janjana kita, kigingi simga. God just know that it's nothing. That I am a pains in the trusting woman, woman. She be my woman, 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 woman. She be my woman, 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 woman. She be my woman, 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 woman. She be my woman. Oh, no, no. She be. I know you love me, I know you like me. Baby, I know you want me, so let me put a ring on your finger. I say woman, woman, woman. Woman, woman, woman. Hey, woman.
The operation nice and fitty. Roll one up, yeah. Things it can get tricky. Napenda kumedi na mziki. Kama ni mapenzi then baby, ulinifanyia nini? Cause I really wanna get time, really wanna get time. You gotta know, yeah, like any time flies. Ntaku treat like I'm supposed to. If you just let me show ya. Ntakupa rest on my chest and my shoulders. I must have on my tele. I think him and I fell in love overnight there. Loving him since then. I must have on my tele. I think him and I fell in love overnight there. Loving him since then.
Without you by my side, I swear I'm not able to face this thing called life. I feel I'm not stable. So you are my lifeline, my only power cable. Oh, my amiable. Look at the stars, shining so bright to get your attention. But we're so in love, so magical,
I'll never love again. Believe he's planning a future now. And when we make love, you taking all the pain away. Otina timranade, universal love me ani chango atondenate. Pokna yudo machalo kodi ale moni ani bende. Abide Luanda ni Luanda migeno. Okana go pain, okana podi. I must have fun my tele. I think she and I fell in love overnight. Wanted her since then. I must have fun my tele. I think she and I fell in love overnight. Wanted her since then. Without you by my side, I swear I'm not able to face this thing called life. I feel I'm not stable. So you are my lifeline, my only power cable. Oh my abebo, abebo. Without you by my side, I swear I'm not able to face this thing called life. I feel I'm not stable. So you are my lifeline, my only power cable. Oh my abebo.
Was so scared to fall in love again, but your touch is everything. Niseni, siseme, when you're my everything. Scared to fall in love again, cause your touch is everything. Niseni, siseme, when you're my everything. When you're my everything. When you're my everything. When you're my everything. Oh, was so scared to fall in love again, cause your touch is everything. Niseni, siseme, when you're my everything. Ah.
You're my everything. That's Brandy Minor, and my God, you guys know I am like the #1 fan for Miss Brandy Minor. Fantastic, fantastic artist. You're my everything right there. And of course, I love questions. There's a question here from Mr. Charles Masharia. Charles asks, can I go to small claims court regarding a dispute with a bank over the amount of loan interest charged? First, you can go to the court. To determine whether you can go to the small claims court, the question will be, in that contract, what is the amount in question? If you're talking about more than $1 million, then of course you're outside the jurisdiction of that court. Because remember, contracts are subject to the small claims jurisdiction. So the only thing that will be guiding you there would be the amount. What is the amount in that loan agreement? So if it's more than $1 million, pole bwana, you have to go to the Chief Magistrate's Court for that matter to be dealt with. Now, Charles as well, maybe, and I can just use you now as my person. How does Charles, let's say Charles now wants to go to the small claims court, how does Charles institute a claim? Charles does not need to worry about drafting and saying all those nice flowery legal things. No. There is a form, a standard form that is provided for use in small claims matters. Okay? That form is found on the judiciary website. If you actually search small claims court form, you will find that form. So what you do is you take the form and then you fill in all the details. Then once you've done that, you can also attach to that document any other supporting documents and statements. If you have witnesses, you put that together. You then take that document or those documents and then you upload them on the e-filing system. At the moment, you are charged a nominal filing fee, which is 1,000 shillings. So you pay your 1,000 shillings and you are home and dry. Then, does Charles need to have a lawyer when he's going to deal with his matter for interest? No, he does not. You can prosecute the case by yourself, or you can hire an advocate to do that for you. Okay? Now, Charles, let's say, has sued James Bank, okay? JB International, Okay? So, does Charles need to serve those documents, his claim on JB Bank? Yes, he does too. He does need to do that. And the reason for this is when you send them that document, they have a responsibility to respond. You cannot sue someone and they don't know you've sued them, because remember, the rules of natural justice provide that you must be given the right to respond, okay, if a case has been brought against you. So you have to serve them with a claim. You have to serve them with any other documents, evidence, statements. You add that. So what happens to JB Bank after they have been served by Mr. Charles? The bank has 15 days within which to respond to that claim. And there are many ways to respond. Number one, they can say, we've paid them. Hiyo deni tulikuwa nao tumelipa na tumemaliza. Number two, they could say, we owe them half of that amount, and they pay that. And then they say, the other half we don't, and now that becomes a thing that the court determines. Do you really owe this money? The third option is they can deny, okay, or claim a set-off. And a set-off, as we said, is when someone comes and says, you owe me money, then you say, no, but you also owe me money. So because I owe you money, nilikata hiyo nilikuwa na kuowe based on what you owed me, okay? You can do that. Alternatively, the JB Bank can also appoint, they can join a third party in the suit. They say, no, we are not the ones. Hiyo pesa hata walipea nini? P27 Company Limited. That was the guys who received the money. We were not in that story. Sawa sawa? And if you want to respond to that case that has been filed against you, you also go to the website of the judiciary. There is a form 2. SCC2. That's the form. You put in your response hapo, and then you go back to the e-filing system and you upload. Unaona? Mara moja. What happens if JB Bank has been served by Mr. Charles and then they fail to respond? Okay? If you fail to respond within the period that has been prescribed, the court, if it is satisfied that you are served properly, may either by itself or with the application of the person who has brought the matter to court, enter judgment. And they'll enter judgment for the claimant, okay, for in this case for Charles, and order the relief that Charles is seeking. The other question Charles may have is, how long will my matter take? All matters should be heard and determined within 60 days of filing, okay? Therefore, the court highly discourages adjournments. They are not allowed to adjourn matters at the small claims court, okay? You are limited to a maximum of 3 adjournments unless under very exceptional and unforeseen circumstances. Now, we also come to one of the questions that I like. Can you file a matter at the small claims court if you reside outside those local limits of the court? Okay? Now, one of the things when you're filing a case you need to ask yourself is, where did the cause of action arise? And basically the cause of action is the thing that led to the dispute. Kama mlikuwa Nairobi hiyo agreement mkipeana pesa, then huwezi peleka hiyo kesi Mombasa. Okay? The important thing is to ensure that the subject matter is within the local limits of the court's jurisdiction. So, physical jurisdiction is also important. Where did the cause of action arise? So, if Charles has sued the bank at the Chief Magistrate's Court, can he then come and bring another matter at the Small Claims Court? No, that cannot happen. Okay? However, Charles can come and say, this matter is for the small claims. I had put it in the wrong court. So they withdraw that other matter and then they file at the small claims court. Okay? Or they tell the small claims court, this matter is actually not for you. Can you please transfer it to the other court? Then that can be done. Okay? Now, when do you get judgment on your matter? The day the magistrate, ama huyo the adjudicator, the day anasoma your judgment anasema, Charles, you are owed X amount by JB Bank, you get the judgment same day. Okay? Or not later than 3 days. Now, what about costs? You've come to court, you've paid maybe a lawyer, you've paid all that filing fees, all those things. Are those costs and interest, are they excluded from the award of 1 million? Yes, they're excluded. So the court can, if you're owed that 1 million, the court will say, take your 1 million, but also you take costs of this matter. So, what is the official language of the court? The Small Claims Court has an official language, 2 official languages called English and Kiswahili. But you can also use any other appropriate language. Okay? So, for instance, kama ni Kikamba unajua kuongea, hiyo kesi yako unaweza ongea tu na Kikamba. The court will actually accommodate you and they'll get a translator or an interpreter. That's why you'll also find that courts tend to send people or the magistrates or the adjudicators to stations where they speak the language. So if you are Meru, you find you've been taken to a place where people speak Meru so that you are able to understand the language, okay? So that's one of the court, because justice should not be denied simply because of a language barrier. But also Braille is there. If you're blind and you'd like to use Braille, that is allowed and that is provided for, okay? So, where is the Small Claims Court located? We have the Small Claims Court here in Nairobi at Milimani Law Courts, but we also have small claims courts all over the country, Mombasa, Machakos, Kiambu, ziko nyingi, and they are still being opened. Aya, then Charles asks, is it the loan amount or the loan interest amount in dispute that defines the threshold for the Small Claims Court? Is it the loan amount or the loan interest amount in dispute that defines the threshold for the Small Claims Court? In this case, if you're going to the court, Charles, and you're saying, my issue is with this interest that is being charged, you know, the court has first to say, this interest that you're being charged, it's based on an amount X. That amount X is based on a contract, isn't it? That would be the starting point. So it can be very easy for the bank to say, this matter should actually not be handled here. So remember, the adjudicator themselves, as they sit there, they get to determine, based on what they are looking at or based on what they're hearing, is this a matter that I should be handling or should it be a matter that goes to someone else? So in most cases, Charles, it will be the loan amount that is used because the loan amount is what is being used to calculate the interest. Menipata? Yes. Let's get some music and then we come back. We'll be wrapping up the show because remember, this only happens between 5 and 6 p.m. on Monday, but we'll be back here on Saturday between 1 and 3 p.m. Keep the questions coming. I love this. Let's go.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
I sing this song because of you, because of the love you made me know is true. I sing this song because of you, because I hope that you love me too. Your smile got the best of me, so I'm singing you this melody. And even if this life ends now, I know that I am happy with you. I'm happy with you. I know that I am happy with you. Your smile, your voice, I know that I am happy with you. I sing this song because of you, because when you leave I don't see no one else. I may be left, I may be up to say that I don't feel this love. No, I don't got proof, but just listen to my heart say. Your smile got the best of me, so I'm saying this melody. And even if this life ends now, I know that I am happy with you. I'm happy with you. I know that I am happy with you. Your smile, your voice. I know that I am happy with you. I'm happy with you. Your smile got the best of me, so I'm sure that this is meant to be. And even if this life ends now, I know that I am happy with you.
Nikita Kering, happy with you. I hope someone is happy with you and they're letting you know that we've come to the end of this show. Asanteni sana. Please remember, if you'd like to get more details on the Small Claims Court, you can do that on the judiciary website. I'm actually looking at the judiciary website right now, and it has so much information. It has all the downloads you need, all the documents you need. It has a step-by-step guide on how you can access justice through the Small Claims Court. Of course, we have to celebrate the fact that justice is being brought straight to the people. We should never support a system that does not allow the common man to have their justice and to have things done for them, and for them to also receive the benefit of a proper judicial system in this, our lovely country called Kenya. Ladies and gentlemen, I hate to say goodbye, but I've got to say goodbye. Remember, if you have any questions on this show, you can always send them to us on our channel or on the comment section. But also, we're doing this again on Saturday between 1 and 3 p.m. So join me right here, bookmark, and then when we come together, let's do a deep dive into the law on Sheria Dive right here on Power Radio. Of course, I just want to thank Flozy. Flozy is our producer here in the show, so all the lovely music you're hearing, Flozy is responsible for all that. Have a lovely evening and a lovely rest of the week. God bless you.
Power Radio. Tune in and power up.
Steady rocking on the midnight train. Steady rocking on the midnight train. Oh Lord, steady rocking on the midnight train. To Zion, to Zion.
Hii maisha ni safari, tunapita kama moshi, na kabla tuzame mchangani, kuna kushinda na kufeli. Oh, inabidi ujijue tofauti ya mwalimu na mwanafunzi ni ujuzi na ujuaji. Oh, it's unbelievable that we make it this far. Undeniable, we see the promised land from afar, and it's so beautiful. No, they can't touch the fire, and you know it's not in vain. Steady dripping through the pain. Oh, yeah.
Steady rocking on the midnight train. Steady rocking on the midnight train. Oh Lord, steady rocking on the midnight train.
Steady rocking on the midnight Zion, on the midnight Zion, Zion.
Siku zazidi badilika,
midnight train. Steady rocking on the midnight train. Steady rocking on the midnight train. Oh Lord, steady rocking on the midnight train. To Zion, to Zion.